everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Okie Boys podcast. You got Big G over here. Got my boy,
Johnny
wherever he is, somewhere. Johnny Softball's over here. We're talking NBA playoffs. Some of y'all might have known that just happened. The Milwaukee Bucks, big winners. Giannis putting up some big numbers, willing his team to victory. So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to start with the season, though. 2021, COVID happened, last year, but still affected a little bit this year. They played a full season.
They played 72 games.
72. So almost.
10 games off, but it's still different.
Close enough. So we decided to give ourselves a team to root for, so to speak, for the finals. So I'm gonna be pro Suns. Johnny's pro Milwaukee, even though he's got a Lakers hat on. So
yes, sir.
We're not even gonna can't see it.
Oh, I can't even
Blur
see
it out.
There you go.
Blur it out. Get that garbage out of here.
He's a hater, man. A hater.
So yeah, NBA season 2021. We had the Suns, like I said, they went 51-21 for the year.
Yep.
Second in the West. Next to, who was it, Denver? No, not
Denver was first. No, yeah, Denver was third.
Oh, Utah Jazz, the number one team. They went out early in the playoffs, so they didn't make it. Then we had Milwaukee, 46-26.
Second
they were,
East.
Why did I write third in the West? That is incorrect.
They were second in the East, weren't they?
I think that still is third, but let me double check. Here we go. No, yeah, they were third.
Third? Who was second?
Yeah.
The Nets?
Second was, the Nets.
Okay.
And then, you said the Sixers were first. So Sixers didn't make it. Nuggets or Jazz did make it. First round teams out. But the Suns survive, as did the Bucks, 2 and 3. That's not too bad. Not crazy like 8th seed, 10th seed kind of stuff. So they go on to the playoffs. We already know what happened because it's over. Milwaukee won. But good stats from both teams. Wins for both. Well, Bucks 46-26, but still good. I was about to say over 50, but not quite. Still
they had a 63% win percentage. So
yeah, it's still not bad. Obviously, again, they were third, so coming along strong. But you got on for the Suns, CP3, big story all year, trying to make it to the finals again, trying to win one for the first time.
That was his first finals appearance, actually.
Oh, I'm thinking playoffs, but yeah, been to the playoffs a lot. Hadn't quite got it. They thought it was going to be his year, but not this year. But some good stats.
Had different plans.
Yeah. Milwaukee said, But Chris Paul averaging 16.4 points a game, pretty good. 4.5 rebounds and 8.9 assists. So that's pretty good. No, that's for the season.
For the season?
Yeah. Okay. Which is not too far off his average. He actually matched his rebounds, assists, half a point off, a little low on his points, but he also had Devin Booker taking care of that. So that's not really his primary goal, is scoring points, which Devin Booker averaging 25.6 points a game. Pretty good there. 4.2 rebounds and 4.3 assists. So pretty good stats there. He also put in quite a bit of effort to try and win this thing. Wasn't able to pull it off. I know it was game 2 or 3. He had like 10 points. So
yeah, he had one pretty bad game, but other than that,
but he bounced back. He did have 2 40-point plus games back to back. Still wasn't enough, like I said, but kudos to him for the effort.
He lost both of those games. He scored 40.
That's got to be frustrating too, to put up 40-some points and then still lose.
Yeah, it happened to Giannis too, though. So
true.
He only had one
put
game.
Up 50. He put up 50 at one. Yeah. He put the dot on that one. But yeah, season stats. Yeah, that is true. Hey, I like Giannis. Giannis is a good guy. I wish I had picked the Bucks now, but it's too late. I got to go for the Suns. So I made my bed. Now I got to sleep in it.
That's right. That's right.
But yeah, pretty good season for both teams. Definitely nothing to be ashamed of. I know a lot of other teams had more injuries. There was still the injuries, and COVID affected a lot of that stuff. But like I said, still good. Nothing to be ashamed of. So the playoffs looked a little crazy. They had the first round. They had the Lakers, which finally got back. They had LeBron, Davis. I know were they still missing some people when the playoffs rolled around? Or did they have everybody back?
Man, Davis was in and out.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he did start a couple of those games. It's unfortunate. I mean but that is part of the game. Like I know
the Suns did play a lot of injured teams in the playoffs. So,
yeah, but I mean that's not their fault. Like
I know, but everyone but the Bucks were injured. Really, honestly, I mean, they had like two people I think that were out. Giannis's brother was out due to COVID, and DiVincenzo, he had something going on too.
Yeah.
But it was a major player in the first round, the second round, and the third round.
Yeah.
Because you got AD in the first round, Jamal Murray in the second, and you got Kawhi in the third. So those are big factors, man.
Those are. And it's like I said though, unfortunate, but I mean they can't stop because somebody gets hurt. Like you got to play the game.
I get that.
Which I did hear people, trying to make that case like it doesn't count. It's not fair because they got hurt or whatever. Like, hey man, people get hurt. You got to overcome. I mean, that doesn't make it easy. If LeBron James is hurt, that's the best guy on their team. Like, yeah, it sucks, but they can't be like, well, we can't play tonight because LeBron got hurt. Like, no, you got to keep playing. It's game time. You got to show up. I mean, sometimes you got to play through stuff. You can't always play through everything. You got a broken foot. You're not going to be playing. But, some guys get a hangnail or they get a little cold and they're like, I'm out for the game. Like, hey, man, that's on you.
Or, they step on a pallet or a pallet falls on their foot. That's all right.
But they still finish out the game. You break your toe, you finish out the game. All right.
You cannot, you can't play on a broken toe. I think you would know that.
I do, unfortunately, know. You can still throw cases, you can still build pallets, but you probably can't play, not at a high level. Now, if you just were like, I'm going to go out and shoot some hoops with the boys, I mean, it's not a good idea. You could do that. But to play in the NBA at a high level, yeah, you're going to seriously hurt yourself doing something crazy like that. But yeah, injuries were the kind of the theme of this season. It was like you said,
was all season. I feel like though.
Yeah, every team. Well, not every team, but a lot of teams. Yeah, it was all season. It just seemed like, oh, this guy's out. No, this guy's out, and the IR list was, a page long. It seemed like all season. But either way, Suns, Bucks, they made it. The Suns now I wrote some stuff down here so we can go through who they went through to get to the finals. They did go through the Lakers first. Lakers were the 7th seed. I know they dropped a little bit because of Davis being out for a while. LeBron was out for a while too.
Mm-hmm. And then they played Denver.
Yeah, then they ended up they beat them. They played Denver.
They swept Denver.
Sweep. I did write that down on here. The sweep. Suns in 4.
Yeah.
Suns in 4. Then they took on the Clippers. Yep. Took them out. And then yep. And then the Bucks, which managed to overcome a 2-0 deficit to come back and win. Oh, I got a little shaky there. Earthquake. No, just kidding. All right. But the Bucks came back to eventually win and be the champions. So, which speaking of the Bucks coming back from a 2-0, it's time for everybody's favorite segment of the podcast. Johnny's favorite segment because he's the current champ at 1-0.
If no one else shows up,
I mean that's still you win. It may be a forfeit or default, but you still win. So you're still the reigning champ.
but I don't have if I lose today, I still don't have a losing record. So I'm okay.
That's right. You're at worst even Stevens. So
That's right.
let's see.
I'll take it. Let's get it.
All right. So today's yaw or nah, which for anybody who hasn't seen the last episode or doesn't know what yaw or nah is, that's the Okie version of yes or no. So I'm gonna give Johnny a particular, in this case, it's a team related to this topic of down 2-0 and coming back.
Oh,
You're gonna tell me if this team came back from 2-0 to win, or did not come back from 2-0 to win. All right.
Sounds good.
So now I'm stretching it out. So you got to know your history.
All right.
NBA legends. Here we go. The 69 Celtics.
Oh,
And
man.
hold
69 Celtics.
I'll throw in who they played. I don't know if that'll help, but that's what I can give you. Obviously, I can't give you the scores or any of that, but I can tell you who they played.
Okay.
All right, 69 Celtics versus the Los Angeles Lakers. Now you got to remember 69. This is
I'm gonna say yeah.
Yaw?
Yep.
All right, you are correct, sir. 69 Celtics did come back to beat the Lakers. Let me get my score sheet.
Did they have Bill Russell?
Yeah, that was the Bill Russell team.
Oh man, they won like 13 in a row.
Yeah, they did. See, it wasn't as hard as you thought. You were worried.
Dude, 69 though. Like I wasn't even thought of in 69, dude.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. All right, we got one so far. All right.
That's good.
The 92 Chicago Bulls versus the Trailblazers.
Did they come back 2-0 to win?
They came back. That's what this is. 2-0. You're down 2-0. Come back and win. 92 Bulls. Did they come back from 2-0? Huh?
I know they won. I know that. I just don't know if they come back from 2-0. I'm gonna say no. I don't think Michael's correct. No, Michael's gonna go down 2-0 in the finals, dude.
Yeah, they did not go down 2-0. I don't think Jordan was ever down 2-0 in the finals.
I don't think so, but I know we never went to a game 7 in the finals either. So
that is also true.
That's impressive.
Right. So you're 2-0.
Okay. I need to get off to a good start. Good start.
All right, here we go.
All right.
1977 Portland Trailblazers versus the 76ers. 77 Blazers and 77 76ers.
So did the Blazers come back to beat the Sixers?
Yeah, did the Blazers come back?
I'm going to say no.
No?
Yeah.
Oh, they did. The Blazers came back to beat the Sixers.
Okay.
All right. You're still on the top, though. You're still 2-1.
I know.
Still okay. And mark these down so I don't repeat any. All right. The 2007. See, now we're in your era.
Okay.
2007 Heat versus the Chicago Bulls.
2000 is in the playoffs or the finals?
No, this would have been in
playoffs.
This is the playoffs.
2007 Heat didn't even make the playoffs. I'm saying no.
No, yeah, they did. They got swept. It said they didn't make the playoffs, but it had them in a series versus Chicago. So I don't know what that was.
Because I don't think I don't know, but I'm gonna say no.
No,
because I know for a fact that 2006 Heat did that versus the Mavericks.
Yeah,
I know that.
The 07 Heat got swept by the Bulls. They got They got ran out of town.
They got ran down out of town, huh?
Yeah, out of here. Get them out of here. Get him a body bag. All right. 2016. Huh?
That's another win.
Oh yeah. 3-1. So really, if you get one more, you win. You can't.
I'm a champion again.
But we're gonna do them all anyways. 2016 Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
That is Yes, it is. That was your
boy. I think you put a question in there. You're like, yep. If he gets this wrong, I'm gonna be disappointed.
That was one of them. I should have put that at the end because I feel like these next two might have got you.
Yeah, but you didn't.
You'd have been like,
I would have been sweating. I would have been sweating right now.
see, I messed up. All right, well, we'll do the last two anyways. You
That's
technically
okay.
won. 03 Trailblazers versus the Dallas Mavericks. And as a
No.
bonus, I'll throw this in here. They were down 3-0. Blazers down 3-0. They played the Mavericks.
I'm gonna say nah. I don't know. I'm gonna say nah.
Yeah, it was not. Actually, they came back. They tied it up 3-3, and then the Mavs won Game 7. That's got to be heartbreaking. That's got to be heartbreaking. So yeah, that's enough. So you're definitely you already won. But all right, last one. 1994 Denver Nuggets versus the Utah Jazz.
I'm gonna say
That was enough.
Okay.
That was I think that was another 3-0, an unsuccessful 3-0. They were getting beat down, and they stayed getting beat down.
But guess what? 2-0, baby. 2-0.
No sweeps here. Johnny continues his reign of terror.
Hey, we need to. We know what we could do. We should do. We should get like, however, whenever we like end this for like, for after a certain amount of times, I should get like a trophy if I win.
The y'all or nah trophy.
That's right, y'all or nah.
That's not a bad idea. Have a little guy on there, little Okie represent. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, nice. So you maintain your status as the y'all or nah champion. So
yes, sir.
You live to fight another week.
That's good. That's really good.
All right. So now that that's over with, now that you've claimed your victory to the finals, NBA finals.
I feel like the 09 and 2010 Lakers right now. Back to back, baby.
Back to back. See if you can three-peat. You got next week. We'll have to see what our topic is.
Hey, you never know.
We'll see if you can come with the win. You never know. I may get a little sneaky next week. I may be throw some.
Depends on the subject. It honestly depends on the subject.
That is true. NBA, I mean, you know your stuff. You say you know your stuff. You showed at least a little bit.
I know enough to get me by. I can tell you that.
That is true. I probably would not have went 5 and what'd you do? 6-1, 5-2?
5-2. Only 5-2, that's something like.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd have done that good. So
now football's starting. So if we do a football one, I'll probably not. Honestly, I don't pay. No, it's your football.
See, that's my jam. So if we did the football one, I think I could do pretty good. So we'll see. But there are no 0-2s in football. Well, unless you count the season, because there's no series.
Yeah,
because real men don't need a series. No, I'm just kidding. A little shade at the basketball community and the NHL and the baseball and all the other sports but football, because they're the only ones that don't.
Yeah.
Win or you go home. That's how we play it in football. So, all right. So we got finals, NBA finals, Suns versus Bucks. I'll let you kind of take the reins first here. Talk about the Bucks. What did they do right? I guess you can't really say what did they do wrong because they won. But where were some areas of improvement you thought they could have?
Well, I think they played defense at the right times. Because if you look at the last couple games, Devin Booker and Chris Paul turned the ball over at the wrong times.
Yep.
And that's really what I think. Because no game was really close. Well, Game 3 was a blowout, but Game 4, Bucks only won by 7 or something like that.
Yeah.
So, and then Game 5, Bucks only won by a couple. And then obviously Game 7, Game 6, they kind of went away there in the end because Giannis was just so dominant. They couldn't stop Giannis down low either. I don't know. It was hard to stop.
Yeah, he was
definitely
great
team defense on Devin Booker as well. I mean, he scored 40 twice, but he lost both games. So
yeah,
they're playing great team defense overall.
Yeah, they definitely. That is the dirty underbelly of the game is defense, but defense wins championships. I know that's more of a football saying, but that's true. you get a stop at the right time. I know he had, and all throughout the playoffs, he had some blocks that were just, man, right time.
The finals
Perfect,
too. He had a lot of great blocks in the finals, man.
Yeah, you're changing the momentum of the game. You're changing, and it
Changing
may
a
not
lot.
seem like much, but you get that little knock, like, man, he's all over the place. He's blocking this, he's blocking that. You start to get worried about your shot. Do I need to put a little more? Because he's how tall is he? 6'10", right? He's got
I don't know.
he's got that wingspan. That boy can get up there.
And he's the defensive player of the year.
Yeah, you got to rainbow that sucker over. If you want a chance at it, you got to get way over top.
His resume is nice for only being 26.
Yeah.
He's got 2 MVPs, defensive player of the year, most improved. He got an NBA championship and a finals MVP now. He's legit, man.
Yeah, he's looking to cement himself as one of the greats. It's still too early to throw him up there, top 5 or whatever, but he's definitely up there. He's one of those guys too. You see the leadership, you see a lot of that. He's somebody that's willing to get out there and, like we were saying, play some defense. Get those blocks, put some points up. Obviously, he knows how to do that. Put up 50 in Game 6 to win. So
they couldn't stop him in the paint. So
no, yeah,
that's
they won.
ultimately what it came down to, in my opinion.
Yeah, 105 to 98. So he's literally half of their points from one person. Yeah, but that's what you expect from your superstar. That's what you want. You want that guy that can come out there and take over and, like, hey, we need to win this game. We want to go home. I'm going to put up 50 points. I'm going to win. Which, speaking of the 50, I was trying to look that up. He has his little Chick-fil-A. Let me see.
Yeah, he went to Chick-fil-A the day after, and he ordered 50 nuggets. And then I think he ordered a Sprite and a lemonade, half and half or something like that. And I think that's what it did.
Yeah, large drink, no ice, half Sprite, half lemonade.
Yeah, that's pretty.
So, now they're offering the 50-50. Which, tell me how crazy that would be. You're going to Chick-fil-A, pick up some lunch, and you look over, and there's the NBA Finals MVP, Giannis.
I would probably lose my mind, dude.
That would be crazy. But also that's, you're living in a town that where that's possible. Over here in sad little Tulsa, Oklahoma, we don't have any professional sports teams in this city. So we still run into celebrities, but they don't live here like that. So you're not going to see.
What celebrities you running into, Glenn?
Hey, we got celebrities out here.
I'm just asking for a friend.
Hey, Rodney Carrington lives out here, or at least used to. I don't know if he still does. Rodney Carrington. Garth Brooks lives out here. Okay. Who doesn't know Garth Brooks?
Okay, but who have you ran into, Glenn? That's what I'm asking.
I've ran into some people.
If everything goes right, people can run into us.
And that's true. Well, maybe later on they'll be like, I ran into Johnny and Glenn from the Okie Boys podcast. Like, yeah, you did. And we were the best. We were so humble, the most humble podcasters you've ever met. So down to earth and wonderful. And we gave them autographs, and we'll invent our own drink. We'll have the Okie Boys drink instead of the 50-50. We'll come up with something. Although if I was going to come up with a drink, it would be half sweet tea and half sweet tea. It would just be sweet tea because that's my jam. I'm a Southern boy through and through. I know you're not a Southern boy, but
I live here though, so
But we've accepted you as one of our own.
I've been here long enough.
Come into the Okie way of life. Yeah, plus, being part Mexican doesn't hurt, even though you're not actually. But
I wish I was.
Yeah, and we love everything Mexican around here. And if you don't, then you're in a bad place because everything is Mexican all around here. I'm not complaining. I'm just stating facts. You can walk out your door and walk to a taco truck in less than 5 minutes in Tulsa. That is not an exaggeration.
I don't live in Tulsa yet, so I don't get that luxury.
Yes, you don't have that out there in your little podunk town of Wagner. Yeah. But we got plenty to spare. If you want some, we can send some your way We got a lot of taco trucks. Shoot, the one I went to a taco truck tonight for dinner. There was 2 in the same parking lot.
There you go.
So,
You pick
I
your
mean,
poison, you know?
and that's not even a very busy parking lot. You go to a busier parking lot, there's 4 or 5 in there. And
Yeah.
you're like, which one? They all look good. I mean, but I always go to the one that has not the most people, because then I got to wait in line. I find the one that's like busy, but not too busy. Like clearly this one's good. People are going to it, but it's not so busy that I'm going to have to wait an hour for some tacos. The one that's got nobody at it, you're like, I don't know. They may be new. I don't know.
Hey, are you repping the white flame there, Glenn? Is that what I see?
am. You can see my little cookie down there. Got
There you
just
go.
enough. You can't quite see it. There we go.
Hey, you gotta let the people know about you, man.
Hey, I mean, I'm always repping myself. I am my number 1 fan. So, unfortunately, but yeah, I'm repping the little bakery here. If y'all know me at all, you probably already know the little bakery action. But yeah, also on Facebook, you like our podcast, you can probably find mine pretty easy from there.
Why don't you just
Best,
put a link in our podcast page?
I may do that. You know what? I'm gonna have so many orders, I won't have time to do the podcast though. That's the problem.
Oh man, we'll make time. You gotta balance it, man.
Bacon and casting. That's all I'm going to be doing all day, but that's all right.
Hey man, you could quit Pepsi at that point. Bacon and casting, bro.
I could get rid of this hat. Okay, well, I'm not getting rid of the hat. It's actually a nice hat.
But I mean, you could get a different hat with the flame or you know what I'm saying?
That's true. I need to find somebody to do some merch for us. So anybody watching, if you know how to know somebody that does merch, you do merch, hit us up. You know what? We need some stuff. We need to get some of our own stuff. I had somebody design my logo for me. Pretty nice. They did a good job, so maybe get somebody else, do some Okie Boys logos, give us some cool stuff. Like flames. Flames are always good.
Yeah. Cookies are always good too.
Yeah, cookies, although that has nothing to do with it, but still. You can sneak one in there, have it in the back, a little cookie hiding in the corner. All right, back on track though. We got a little sidetracked there. Back to the finals.
Yeah, we did. Yes, we did.
It's all Giannis's fault in his beverage, the 50-50.
Yeah.
So Giannis wins, gets his 50-50. That's kind of cool. I like that. I need to see if they're offering it. It said local, but that would be cool if they did it. Although I know they're franchise, so that's not necessarily a thing they would do. But
hey, did you know they made National Bucks in 6 day over there? Milwaukee they made it a national day, a Bucks in 6 day.
Bucks in 6. Okay.
You know why? You know where that originated from? Let me ask you. See if you know a little history though.
I don't.
You know where that originated from? That originated from Brandon Jennings when he was on the Bucks in 2013. I want to say 2013, I believe, when they played the Miami Heat, and the guy asked him about the series. He said Bucks in 6. They ended up getting swept, but hey, he ended up getting the Bucks in 6 a couple years later. Even though he doesn't play for him.
Hey, he can still take some credit for that. Yeah, I see that. Bucks in 6.
That's crazy, isn't it?
He's but he's not as good as Suns in 4. That was the guy right there. Suns in 4.
But they don't have a Suns in 4 day though.
That's true, because they didn't win, and they didn't actually win the finals in 4. They did win the other. They did win that series in 4, but they did not win the finals in 4. All right, so yeah, Bucks win. Awesome season from those guys. Like I said, they went 46-26, third in the East. Took out the Suns. The Suns, I had them up here 51-21 for the season, 115.3 points per game, which sounds like a lot, but they were seventh in the league.
That's today's league nowadays, bro.
Yeah. Well, the Bucks were 120, which I was thinking back throughout the season. I didn't remember hearing people talking about the Bucks being the big scorers. I always heard about the Suns, but that may have been just because the old Suns that would the run and gun.
The 7-second Suns
Yeah,
with Steve Nash. Yeah.
yeah, the old Steve Nash Suns. But yeah, Bucks 120 points per game, first in the league. But and I should have wrote down the Suns opponent's point per game. But the Bucks were 114.2 allowed points per game, 22nd. So high scoring offense, defense, not the best.
I
But they
mean,
had it when it mattered.
it's not a defensive league. I mean, obviously defense plays a factor in the
Yeah.
playoffs, but it's not really a defensive league like it used to be.
No, yeah, it's not. I mean, because you're looking at scores now of 112 to 110, 108
Someone
to
just scored
99.
89. That's a bad game, you know?
Yeah, that's a
So,
low scoring game.
yeah, and it's crazy because not like what 5-6 years ago that was normal.
Yeah, I remember in the 90s. Now, and you look back at like when the Bulls had their run, and it's like 96 to 92. Like, dang, they scored 96 points in a game. Like
Yeah,
now, it's
Michael
like,
Jordan probably had
what, they only
40 of
scored?
them.
Yeah, they only scored 96 points. Like it's
Yeah,
been a shift. The offense is taking over, but that's what I mean. That's the flashy, fun part, of any sport. Really, though, offense is like the fun. Especially in basketball, you got dunks, alley oops. You got the Splash Brothers with the 3-pointers. That kind of really elevated a lot of that too. So,
yes,
it's an offensive league now. Yeah. Little closing thoughts, I guess. Phoenix Suns, good effort. Chris Paul, hope to see him back next year.
Do you think he'll stay on the Suns though? That is the big question going on right now.
I don't know. I'd like to see him. I mean, they did well, and
Yeah,
they
they
can only
did,
get.
but
Well, who else on that team is older besides him? And I say that knowing
I
that
know, but they not only that
other than Chris Paul.
they gotta re-sign. They gotta think about re-signing DeAndre Ayton, Bridges, and then Chris Paul if he opts out. Because if he opts in, that's like 40 million, dude. That's a lot of money, and
That
he's
is
like
a
going to
lot
be
of
like
money.
37. Yeah, he
Yeah,
proved himself,
37. Oh
but
my gosh, that's so old.
in today's league, that's
That
old.
is. I
In
don't know. Yeah,
basketball years, Glenn, that's old. Okay.
it is old in basketball. It's so old in regular years. It's just older in basketball years.
Yeah, it's like human years and dog years. It's like
Maybe. I don't know. I sound like somebody running over a stack of pop cans when I get up out of the chair. So, it's one of those things. You get
yeah.
older, you get creakier and crackier, and yeah, you come with your own sound effects. It's not all that great, but whatever. Keep it up. All right. So, yeah. What about the Bucks then? I know they got they're going to keep Giannis. That's definitely not a question. He's still under contract though, right? So,
Oh yeah, he signed that big deal. Remember?
yeah, I don't remember. That's why I asked.
I think that deal made him the highest paid ever player when he signed it, like for contract.
That
But
was
Steph Curry is eligible for this ridiculous contract, dude.
Steph Curry. That would be an interesting something for him, as he's been with Golden State, right, all his career. So
Since 2000 and I want to say 9, I believe.
yeah. Let's see. I'll pull them up real quick on the old basketball stats. Steph Curry, 2010.
I think this season was his most exciting season.
Who's that? Steph Curry?
Yeah, personally, I do.
He did have 32 points a game, 5.8 assists. He was almost 50% from the field, 42 for 3-pointers. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good right there.
Yeah, that's some. But he really doesn't have the support that he did before.
The team's different, man. It's different, but they can make some trades this season, off season. They got 2 lottery picks, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what they want to do with that yet.
Yeah,
I think it'll be a very interesting offseason, to say the least.
that is true. All right, so we'll go last thing before we shut it down. Then predictions for next season. Who do you see going to the? Who's your pick for the finals from each conference, and then what's a crazy upset or even like that, like a trade, one
I'm gonna
wild
go. I'm
wild
gonna
card
go
move,
one wild trade.
trade or team. Like, oh, this team went from not making the playoffs to going to the third round or something like
There's a
that.
couple wild trades that can happen. So I don't know. They're thinking
Hit me with them.
like what if they traded Bradley Beal to the Celtics? That's a wild trade. Wild, right?
That is pretty wild. That's one.
Does it make them better, or does it make them worse though?
Well, that depends on what they get for it too.
That's true. And then you got they're talking about Russell Westbrook to the Lakers. Wild trade.
That is a wild trade. That would be interesting to see how him and LeBron work together.
Yep. Him,
I don't
LeBron,
know
and
about that.
AD.
Yeah, and AD.
Don't get me wrong. Russ he plays 110%, but man, some of the shots that man takes is terrible. Don't get me wrong. LeBron does the same stuff. If
Yeah,
LeBron makes a deep three one possession, I guarantee you the next possession he's taking the same damn shot.
yeah. He's like, I made it the last time. Might as well
Right. I
try it
mean,
again.
but my prediction though, obviously I'm gonna say the Lakers. So I mean, I want the Lakers to win it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I either say
Shocker.
I say if the Nets stay healthy, they can make the finals. But if they don't, the Bucks are gonna go back to the finals.
All right. So we'll play that scenario. Nets, Lakers. Who
That's like
wins? Huh?
Lakers and at least Lakers and 7. Let's say
Lakers
Lakers.
in 7. Okay. Since this is being recorded, obviously we're gonna have it. So
We're gonna have it.
hopefully I can throw it in your face next
I
year
mean,
when the
I don't
Lakers
see
go out.
the Thunder making the finals. I'm
Hey,
just
but
saying.
I'm not predicting them to win it.
All
Okay.
right, what are your
We're
predictions?
we're
Let's hear your
rebuilding.
predictions.
It's a rebuilding year. Okay.
Let's hear your predictions.
My predictions.
Tough, man.
That's not good because I'm not as big of an NBA guy as you. So I'm over here like,
Just make a guess. I mean, the Lakers are second in odds favorites to win the finals next year. I'm just saying.
I could see them going. I could see, depending on how the Suns do, I could see them make another run at it.
If everyone stays and everyone,
Yeah. So that can be my wild card / prediction. But I mean, obviously the Lakers are always in contention.
my wild card though is gonna be. I think the Hornets will make the playoffs this year.
Hornets, okay. And they'll go deep, or they're just going to make the playoffs.
I think they'll. I think they'll go to the second round.
Okay. I can respect that. I'm gonna go ahead. I'll pick from the West. I'll pick the Lakers. Much to my
I
chagrin.
knew we were boys. I knew we were
Nah,
boys.
whoa. Don't even. All right, don't even. But I'd like to see literally anybody else. But they are still the top team if everybody's healthy, like you said. Injuries could change that pretty quickly. East is another story because there is a lot of strong contenders out there. I mean, obviously the Sixers, the Celtics, still got the Bucks, still got the Nets. They're a little super team. They're their own worst enemy though with the Nets. They got a lot of
Can't
they
stay
got a lot
healthy
of
though.
ego, a lot of personality. They got to make sure and keep themselves in check. So I'm gonna go. Since you said the Nets, I'm gonna pick the Bucks. So I'm gonna go Bucks, Lakers, Bucks in 7.
Bucks and 7. It's
Bucks in 7.
recorded too, so I mean we got it
Hey,
here.
you
heard
heard it
our
here
predictions
first.
here
There we go.
first.
You heard it here first on the Okie Boys podcast.
All right,
Bucks in 7.
before we go, who's your prediction for MVP next year?
MVP.
Jokic
Season
wins
MVP?
Yeah, season MVP. I think I'm gonna go ahead and say Giannis. I think he's gonna have a dominant season next year.
I think, yeah, I was going to say KD can obviously always go off. So, he's always in the hunt for that. We just talked about Steph Curry, always in the hunt for that. It really
I'm gonna
depends
go
on.
Giannis.
Giannis, though, I could see that too. I'll take that. We'll take Giannis. Giannis for season MVP next year. I like the
I feel
sound of
like
that.
I feel like he wants it. You know.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, now that he's got a taste too, he knows what it's like to win a championship. He's going
that's
to want
right.
another one. He wants
Yeah, for
another one.
sure. Yeah, like yeah,
So,
I agree.
so you adjust the hat. I thought you were going to turn around like, we know what it's like to win multiple championships out here in Los
No.
Angeles.
I
Okay.
mean,
Okay.
there's a
Okay. We'll cut that out. Good thing I'm editing this episode. I'm cutting the hat out. I'm just gonna
man.
for the whole episode. You're just gonna be from the eyes down. It's just gonna be your face. I'll put it on something else. I'll green screen you out.
All right.
All right. Well, we'll call it then right there. Ended on a high note. Giannis for MVP. Votes are in for both of us. We don't have a topic yet for next week, but we'll figure something out. We got a yeah or nah. See if Johnny can keep his streak going. Maybe somebody else will get a chance to answer some questions.
He's got to show up first.
I mean,
He's
you ask
like,
me. I mean, you
I
ask
mean,
me.
oh, okay, that's fine. You know, throw
We'll
a little
see.
shade out there.
Our mysterious
That's cool.
third member is still
Missing in
MIA.
action.
Yeah. Hope to
Like
have him back soon.
he's like who is it? He's like the Miami Heat in the first round this year.
Ooh. Ooh, you didn't have to do it like that.
MIA.
MIA, capital MIA.
That's right.
He don't make mistakes, but he don't show up. No, I'm just kidding. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if he can make it next week. But yeah, feel free to get me some questions. All right. I know I came
Okay.
up with the yeah or no, but I'd like to get asked some questions too.
I was gonna do it, but I didn't have time this time. So, but we got a whole week. We did the episode Sunday last week,
Yeah, we did Sunday.
and
I
then
came up with questions.
I know, but listen, it's you work days. It's a little easier.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Here we go. We better end
I'm
this
just
before you
saying.
get on a little tear going on there. So
I'm not gonna get on
we'll
there.
shut
Hey,
it
but
down
I do
here.
have Friday, Saturday off, so I should have plenty of time.
Next week we'll have another episode, Friday or Saturday. We'll get something worked out. We'll have a topic. We ain't got a topic yet. We got to figure something out, but we'll have something fun and interesting for everybody. So signing off over here. Johnny.
Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe, people.
Yeah, like and subscribe. Follow us. We got merch coming. We got a Patreon we're working on. We got all kinds of stuff in the works. Follow your boys.
That's right. Follow your boys.
All right. Okie boys out.